sounds like a good idea on one level. But we have to look at the question, what do Christians do where they are? For 19th centuries, Christians in the Middle East have suffered persecution of one sort or another, and yet they persevered. Today, in places where they are vast minorities, they still have great effect. For example, the University of Mosul has about 30,000 students, or had about 30,000 students. The Christian population of Mosul was under 10%, and yet almost half the students at that university were Christian. Why is that? Education is important. In Syria, many major cities, 40% of the doctors and nurses are Christians. They care for all. They don't ask what your faith is. When someone comes in, they help them. In the Archdiocese of Khartoum in Sudan, for example, there is a parochial school system, a K through 12 system. A great majority of the students are Muslim. And the church funds this completely, gets no help from the government. In places like India, where there are rules against Christianity being spread, in places like Nagaland and Meghalaya, we see the church making its presence. We see that most teachers in primary schools are Christian. In places like Bahrain, Qatar, and Kuwait, the government seeks the Christian churches for help dealing with social issues. When an Albanian nun from an Irish congregation answered God's call on a train in India to serve the poorest of the poor, India was changed. The world was changed. When a plane or a truck arrives with a Christian symbol on it, people know that help has arrived. And that's why you look at the word Christian, and what does it mean to you? It means love. It means service. It means mission. It means witness. It means help. It means all these things to the people everywhere, in every part of the globe. It's very simple. Without a Christian presence, there will be less charity. There will be less education. There will be less stability. There will be less democracy. Christianity's presence means more literacy, more compassion for the poor. It means greater chance of survival and improvement for those who are born even in absolute poverty. The stakes are enormous. Christianity might entirely disappear from the very region of its birth. Such a disaster would not only mean the loss of ancient patrimony, it would also mean the demise of a key player in societies dominated by Islam, and unfortunately now dominated by radical Islam that seeks to kill and destroy rather than to live side by side. The Christian faith promotes tolerance, and in many countries the church provides crucial social services as well as access to quality education for all, regardless of belief. For the West and all people of goodwill, Christians are indispensable.